Hello everyone, I am Kichi. If you want to know more about Russia and you understand my English, please welcome to my channel. Say hello to my wild haircut. Let's today discuss coronavirus in Moscow and in Minsk. We will compare these two countries that choose two different strategies, but result is the same. If you watch the numbers of infection in Belarus and in Moscow region, you will see that the numbers are the same. And in fact, we can compare them because Belarus it's kind of 9.5 million, Moscow region without Moscow it's 7.5 million, and numbers of infection it's almost the same. Of course, Russian position say how it was possible to stop whole economy. Belarusian position say how it's possible do not stop all the economy. It's so dangerous, etc. Of course, all experts say that numbers, what we can see in statistics, it's a fake dates. International organization says no, it's not fake dates. Of course, we can believe to any World Health Organization because we understand that they falsificate numbers better than everybody in the world. Please research my previous video, and in fact, you can just read about members of this organization, about chief of this organization. You will be really surprised. For today, majority of members they're Chinese, the chief is Ethiopian. So for me, this organization is absolutely not trustful. But both our countries in Russia and in Belarus, I can't trust them at all because you remember Chernobyl. If you didn't watch this movie, please watch this nice TV show. And it continued to be like that in Russia and Belarus. We don't know the truth, and there is a habit of our government, of our power. They cheat all the time, and in the most serious problem they cheat more. Of course, doctors suffer in both countries, in Russia and Belarus. They all the time complain that they don't have enough costume, they are not saved enough, and after that they began to complain that they didn't receive this special payment that was promised by Putin to them. What Putin said before, that the government will pay like 80,000 for doctors, 60,000 for small doctors, and 25 for nurse and different small nurse. In conclusion, people received like 200 to 800 rubles. It's 10 euro, it's 5-10 euro, it's just nothing. And what happened after? After that, they begin to complain on this video, they begin to send different letters, etc. And what happened after, please? It's so Wiedemann. It's so obvious and it's so disgusting. Putin make a speech and he say, "Oh, local administration, local governors, how dare you? I told you, pay all money to doctors. You didn't pay them enough. I didn't told you that only minutes and hours should be paid. No, pay to all doctors." How it looks like if you can't fight with something, became a leader of that. So it looks like Putin, in the beginning, he didn't pay enough for these doctors, and in the conclusion, he say, no, it's not right, please pay to everybody. So he's kind of helper, and as usually he helps all these doctors, etc. Okay, we have some numbers of contamination, of infection, but we have incredibly low numbers of death of coronavirus. They say that we have easy form of infection because we had this vaccine against TB. So they say that it helped us a bit, but I suppose in the Western world you have this vaccine too. Why we don't have a lot of deaths? I like the explanation that we just don't have enough old people. And it's really true. We don't have old people who are older than 85. We just don't live such a long life. For economical issues, I told you that mostly our state helped to huge companies, to government companies, to oligarchy, to banks, etc. Okay, for now they send some money to regular people. Some people received like 10 or 12,000. Some categories of people who has kids, etc., they received some money, and some small businessmen, they received some money. But what people say, they say that in conclusion they will spend all this money to buy masks and gloves and all this liquids, because for now there is an order for obligatory using of masks and gloves in transport and in shops, in public places. You could be arrested for 5,000 if you don't have this mask. How it's possible to to help to entrepreneurs. For example, on the border of Moscow, on the ring of Moscow, there is this huge concert hall, Crocus City Hall. It's a mall, it's concert hall, etc. It's a place like that. So of course for now they don't work. What happened with this place and what happened with the oligarch who are master of this Crocus City Hall? He received a few millions for reorganizing of this place to hospital. Of course they didn't succeed to make any hospital there, but they put some beds, some curtains in this place, and of course this Mr. Agalarov, who are master of this Crocus City Hall, he received support from government. If it's full of people, no, it's almost empty, but it's very good for guy, because like that he paid salary to his employees and he paid everything to support his business complex for tests. So now Sobyanin is the mayor of Moscow. Now he has a new idea and they begin this project already. They will make tests for everybody in Moscow. Not for everybody, they say that they will send the invitation for citizens of Moscow. Where they get this information? It's very easy. We offer this information to them, my phone number, my email, where I live, where I work, what I do, etc. They have everything, because I need to send all this information to website of City Hall to receive to receive this laissez-passer, to receive the pass if I want to go somewhere. So they know exactly who lives in Moscow and who work everywhere. So they send this invitation to make test, because they want to investigate how many people has this coronavirus. Before they did nice investigation, they did a test for people who were in contact with the people who had coronavirus. Okay, it's logically, now I have impression that it's not enough for them. They want to make test to everybody. Who pay for that? Of course it's government pay for that. Newspaper Novaya Gazeta, it's translated like new newspaper. So it's more or less fine media. They publish different investigation, and they published the investigation that for now the most expensive tests and the test that is used in Russia, it's a test that in some long chain, but in fact it's a daughter of Putin, secret daughter of Putin, who sells these tests. They are expensive, they cost like around 5,000 rubles for test, and now they decided to make these tests for everybody in Moscow. As you understand, government pay for these tests, so one of daughters of Putin could become a very successful businesswoman after that. The best situation for Russia is if we have contamination, if we have a lot of cases of infection and we have small numbers of deaths in the same time. Why? Because like that we have infection, everybody is infected. It means that small business doesn't work, only huge business work. Like that poor restaurants, different small restaurants, they just will disappear, they just will bankrupt, and only state companies, they will survive. It means that people are not small entrepreneurs, not small businessmen anymore. They just, hence, their employees, they will go to this market of employees, they will work for small money in state and government companies and companies of oligarchy. Just perfect strategy. And of course we need a low level of death, because of course Putin is a savior, etc., and he is a helper and a father of a nation. I hope this video was interesting for you. Thumbs up and subscribe on my channel.